Welcome to your journey of exploring Stoic philosophy, a path where we learn to strengthen our minds and safeguard our happiness. Today, we're diving into 10 warning signs in your partner's words that might reveal a lack of respect or appreciation for you. If you've ever felt confused, hurt, or even unseen by something your partner said, this is the perfect moment to pause and reflect on your relationship. Calmness, according to Stoic philosophy, is one of the highest achievements of the self. By maintaining your composure, you empower yourself to recognize your worth and make wise decisions that protect your emotions and mental well-being. In this video, we'll uncover the red flags that might signal a problematic relationship. Listen carefully and ask yourself, am I being treated with the respect I deserve? If the answer is no, then maybe it's time to take bold steps toward reclaiming your peace and happiness. We also want to hear from you. Share your story in the comments below to inspire and support others who may be facing similar challenges. Before we jump in, if you enjoy Stoic philosophy and the life lessons I share, don't forget to subscribe to support the channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss new content. If you like this video, comment 1 below. If you have suggestions for improvement, comment 2. Let's work together to spread lessons about calmness, wisdom, and self-worth. Now, get ready to uncover the truths you need to protect your heart and mind. 1. I don't need a man. A red flag warning. If she tells you, I don't need a man, take it as a red flag you can't afford to ignore. At first, this statement might come across as a bold declaration of independence, but look deeper. It may reveal a lack of respect or appreciation for your role in her life. In any relationship, feeling valued and acknowledged isn't just a desire, it's a basic human need. When your efforts, support, and presence go unnoticed, it can leave you feeling unhappy and unfulfilled. As the philosopher Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Being in a relationship where you feel invisible or unnecessary can slowly erode your self-esteem and sense of purpose. Let's be clear, as a man, it's natural to want to protect, support, and care for the person you love. This isn't about creating dependence. It's about building a healthy, balanced relationship. But if she openly states she doesn't need you, it might mean she won't allow you to fulfill that role. And when that happens, the relationship can quickly become imbalanced, undermining trust and emotional connection. The Stoic principle: living with purpose and balance in relationships. Stoic philosophy teaches us to live with purpose and to contribute positively to the lives of others. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual love and support, creating a sense of balance and harmony. But when she says she doesn't need you, the scales tip. Suddenly you may find yourself carrying the emotional burden alone, leading to mental exhaustion and self-doubt. As the philosopher Seneca pointed out, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Unfortunately, in a relationship where you feel unappreciated, this suffering becomes a harsh reality that you can't ignore. Stoic lessons for moving forward. Stoicism offers timeless wisdom for facing these situations. Recognize the red flags before they take a toll on your emotional well-being. Find the courage to let go of unhealthy relationships that diminish your self-worth. Create space for someone who truly values and appreciates your presence. Walking away isn't a sign of weakness, it's an act of strength. It's a bold step toward building a life that feels balanced, fulfilling, and meaningful. Practicing Stoicism in love. Stoic philosophy reminds us your happiness and mental health depend on making wise choices about who you allow into your life. Relationships built on mutual respect are the ones that thrive. Without respect, connections quickly turn toxic, causing you to lose sight of your value. You deserve someone who sees your worth and cherishes your efforts. The best relationships are those where both partners support each other's growth, not ones that tear each other down. So, always apply Stoic principles to make smart decisions. Build a future that prioritizes harmony, happiness, and emotional balance. You owe it to yourself to pursue love that feels fulfilling, purposeful, and real. 2. My friends are more important. A sign of disrespect in a relationship. If she tells you, "My friends are more important," it's a clear indication of her priorities, and unfortunately, you're not at the top of the list. Healthy relationships require mutual prioritization. In a healthy relationship, both partners should value and prioritize each other. Friendships are important, but your partner should see you as their primary companion, someone they can trust and share their deepest thoughts with. When she consistently puts her friends above you, it not only signals a lack of respect, but also reflects a lack of commitment to the relationship. Ask yourself these questions. Do you often feel like a second choice in her life? Do you feel valued and appreciated in this relationship? Stoic philosophy reminds us, your worth is determined by how you allow others to treat you. Staying in a relationship where you're not a priority can slowly erode your self-esteem and cause you to lose sight of your value and purpose. Take action to protect your self-worth. A Stoic mindset teaches us, leaving a toxic relationship isn't a sign of failure. It's an act of self-respect and courage. Protecting your mental health and long-term happiness should always come first. Ask yourself, do you deserve someone who is willing to prioritize you? Can you truly be happy in a relationship where you constantly feel neglected? Final message. A truly lasting relationship is built on respect, genuine love, mutual prioritization. If she's unwilling to make you a priority, then it might be time to move on and find someone who values and prioritizes you. Love yourself enough to never settle for less than what you deserve. If you agree with this perspective, comment "I agree" below so we can continue spreading the Stoic mindset. A life of value, balance, and lasting happiness. 3. You need to change. A sign of lack of acceptance and respect. If she tells you, "You need to change," take it as a red flag. This statement suggests she may not accept you for who you truly are, and instead wants to mold you into her ideal version of a partner. Stoicism and self-acceptance. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This reminds us, every individual has a unique identity, complete with strengths and flaws. You deserve love and respect for your authentic self, not for a version of you that's been forced to change to meet someone else's expectations. If she constantly pushes you to change, it might mean she doesn't love you, but rather an idealized image she's trying to impose on you. The negative impact on mental health and self-esteem. Hearing repeated demands for change can make you feel inadequate. It may lead to self-doubt and diminish your confidence in your worth. Over time, this dynamic can erode your identity and result in emotional exhaustion, similar to working for an overly demanding boss. Healthy relationships are built on acceptance and respect. A partner who truly loves you will accept you for both your strengths and weaknesses. Encourage growth without forcing you to change who you are. Respect your individuality and the values you represent. If she insists you need to change, it could indicate she values her idea of a perfect partner more than the real you. Advice from Stoicism. Reevaluate the relationship and ask yourself, am I being loved for who I truly am? Don't be afraid to walk away if you feel unaccepted or disrespected. Remember, Protecting your identity and values is not selfish. It's an act of self-respect and courage. Final message. Everyone deserves a partner who loves them unconditionally and respects their true self. Don't lose yourself trying to please someone else. If this message resonates with you, comment, "I agree," to spread the Stoic lesson of living authentically and building healthy, respectful relationships. When demands for change undermine your self-worth, repeated requests to change can gradually chip away at your confidence and sense of self. Ask yourself, why stay in a relationship where I'm not valued for who I really am? Wouldn't it be better to be with someone who sees and loves the real me? Stoicism and self-worth. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If you're constantly subjected to criticism and demands to change, your mind may become filled with insecurity and self-doubt. Stoic philosophy teaches us to recognize our inherent value, refuse to settle for less than what we deserve, defend our identity as it forms the foundation of our self-respect and happiness. Love means acceptance, not demands for change. A truly loving partner will accept you fully, flaws and all, support your growth without pressuring you to change your core identity, appreciate your true self rather than trying to reshape you to fit their expectations. Walking away is courage, not failure. Ending a relationship where you feel unappreciated and disrespected is not a sign of weakness. It's an act of courage and self-preservation. Doing so helps protect your happiness and self-esteem. Make space for someone who truly values and loves you for who you are. Lessons from Stoicism. Value yourself enough to walk away from relationships that don't honor your worth. Personal growth should be a personal journey, never forced by others. True happiness comes from being authentic, not from trying to please others. Final reminder, your self-respect and happiness are too valuable to compromise. Don't lose yourself just to hold on to a relationship. If this message speaks to you, comment "I agree" to spread the Stoic wisdom about self-worth and authenticity. By living in alignment with Stoic principles, you can find a truly fulfilling relationship, one where you're loved and appreciated for your genuine self. 4. I'm not ready for a relationship. A sign of lack of commitment. When she says, "I'm not ready for a relationship," it's a clear indication that she's unwilling or unable to commit or invest in the relationship. Whether the reason is other priorities, unresolved personal issues, or simply not seeing a future with you, this statement reflects a mismatch in expectations and goals. Wisdom from Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." If you stay in a relationship where the other person isn't willing to put in the effort, you risk facing disappointment and wasting precious time. A healthy relationship requires readiness to share a life together, mutual support and encouragement, a shared commitment to growth and stability. If she can't provide the emotional investment you need, waiting for her to change may only leave you feeling drained and doubting your self-worth. You deserve commitment. You deserve someone who's ready to commit and build a future with you. Walking away from a relationship that lacks investment isn't failure. It's an act of self-respect and self-preservation. Stoicism reminds us that your happiness and mental well-being are far more important than holding on to someone who isn't ready to meet your needs. By prioritizing yourself, you create space for a fulfilling and balanced relationship to enter your life. Seneca's wisdom on desire and contentment. Seneca wisely said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor. In relationships, craving deep commitment from someone who isn't ready will only lead to frustration and dissatisfaction. Modern life, with its distractions and obligations, often makes it easy to overlook red flags in relationships. However, recognizing these signs and acting on them is crucial to protecting your happiness and peace of mind. Don't ignore the warning signs. If she says she's not ready, it means she can't provide the commitment and stability you're looking for. Waiting for someone to change not only delays your happiness, but also chips away at your self-esteem and self-worth. The Stoic approach to happiness. Stoicism teaches us that happiness comes from clarity of thought and courage to act. Respect yourself by seeking someone who's ready to invest in a shared future. Don't settle for uncertainty or half-hearted promises. Protect your worth by walking away from situations that don't honor your value. Listen and re-evaluate. When she says she's not ready, listen carefully and take her words seriously. Then, objectively evaluate the relationship. Don't ignore the truth or make excuses. Respect yourself enough to walk away from instability. Open yourself to new opportunities for meaningful connections. A relationship worth having. A fulfilling relationship is built on mutual commitment and emotional availability, shared goals and visions for the future, stability and respect. If these elements are missing, no amount of waiting or hoping will change the outcome. Stoicism's core principles in love. This approach not only safeguards your personal happiness, but also reflects the core values of Stoicism: self-respect, clear purpose, prioritizing personal values. Walking away from a non-committal partner isn't a sign of weakness, it's an act of strength and wisdom. Final thoughts. Your time and emotional energy are too valuable to be wasted on someone who isn't ready to meet you halfway. Prioritizing yourself and your needs is not selfish, it's essential. By embracing Stoic principles, you empower yourself to let go of uncertainty and make room for a relationship that's truly fulfilling and aligned with your values. If this message resonates with you, comment "I agree" to share the Stoic lesson of self-respect and commitment to personal growth. 5. You don't make enough money when value is measured by wealth. When she says, "You don't make enough money," it's a red flag you can't ignore. This statement may indicate that she values material wealth more than who you are as a person, or the effort you've put into building your life and this relationship. By focusing on income, she overlooks your inner worth and judges you solely based on finances, something superficial and easily changeable. This raises the question, does she care about you as a person, or is she more concerned with what you can provide materially? Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This craving for material wealth, when placed in a relationship, can lead to an unhealthy dynamic where money becomes the sole measure of a person's value. Money is fleeting. True value lasts. Think about this. You've worked hard, put in the effort to grow, and planned for the future. Yet she judges you only by your bank account. This doesn't just make you feel inadequate, it makes you feel disrespected. A healthy relationship isn't built on financial obsession. Instead, it should be founded on mutual respect, support through challenges, appreciation for the deeper qualities that define who you are. Questions for reflection. How would you feel if your worth in a relationship was measured solely by how much money you make? Would that make you feel undervalued and unappreciated? Someone who can't see beyond your bank account will never truly appreciate your character and the lasting values you bring to the table. Lessons from Stoicism. Stoicism reminds us that money is temporary, but character and values endure. True happiness doesn't come from wealth. It comes from inner peace and genuine supportive relationships. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Keep your soul strong and pure. Don't let it be tainted by shallow desires." Respect yourself enough to walk away from relationships that make you feel unworthy and reduce you to a dollar figure. You deserve to be with someone who values your character and integrity, not just your financial status. Self-respect is a core Stoic principle. Don't sacrifice your dignity to maintain a relationship that doesn't honor your values. A truly lasting partnership is one where both people support each other through life's challenges, not one where someone is constantly judged by their financial status. Modern Stoicism and true worth. Modern Stoicism reminds us of the importance of internal value and the need to avoid letting external factors define our self-worth. In a world where material success is often glorified, it's easy to feel pressured to prove your value through wealth or income. However, true happiness, according to Stoic thought, comes from within. It's not about what we own, but about who we become. You deserve to be loved and appreciated for who you are, not for your financial capacity or social status. When she says, "You don't make enough money," it's more than just a complaint. It's a sign that she values material things more than your character. This raises questions about the foundation of your relationship. Is it built on mutual respect, support, and genuine love? Or is it based on shallow material expectations? Seneca reminds us, "A poor man is not one who has too little, but one who always craves more." A partner who fixates on your income may never be satisfied, and that dissatisfaction can erode your self-esteem and inner peace. Stoic principles to remember. Happiness doesn't come from external sources. True worth is measured by integrity, character, and resilience, not money. Walking away from someone who can't see past your income is a courageous act of self-respect. It's a bold step toward finding someone who values you for who you are and is willing to build a future based on shared values and mutual support. By doing so, you align yourself with Stoic principles, living with purpose, preserving self-respect, and pursuing genuine happiness. Final thoughts. Your self-worth and dignity are more valuable than any amount of money. You deserve to be loved and appreciated for the person you are, not for the size of your paycheck. Don't let anyone reduce your value to a number in a bank account. Instead, seek a relationship that values mutual respect, emotional support, and shared growth. You are worth more than what's in your wallet. 6. I don't trust you. When trust is broken. When she says, "I don't trust you," it's a serious red flag you cannot ignore. Trust is the foundation of any lasting relationship. Without it, there can be no stability or strong foundation to build love and connection. A lack of trust breeds constant suspicion, baseless accusations, endless arguments. You may find yourself always on the defensive, trying to prove your integrity. This not only drains your emotional energy, but also slowly erodes your inner peace. Epicurus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Similarly, wealth in trust doesn't come from grand gestures, but from the simplicity of belief and mutual respect. Trust provides a sense of security, the knowledge that your partner will always believe in you and stand by your side. If she cannot place her trust in you, you'll never feel peaceful or stable in the relationship. A true partner believes in your integrity and gives you the benefit of the doubt when needed. Signs of broken trust. Checking your phone or messages without permission. Doubting your words or actions. Constantly demanding proof of your sincerity. These behaviors reflect a deep lack of respect and create mental pressure, leaving you emotionally exhausted. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When your thoughts are constantly clouded by suspicion and doubt, your happiness will soon crumble. A relationship without trust becomes a source of stress rather than a sanctuary for peace and love. Stoicism and the value of trust. Stoicism teaches that trust is the cornerstone of any meaningful relationship. When trust is broken, it leads to doubt, conflict, and emotional disconnection. Don't let these negative forces erode your self-worth or destroy your peace of mind. Ask yourself important questions. Do you want to keep proving yourself to someone who constantly doubts you? Don't you deserve a relationship that brings peace and trust instead of pressure and anxiety? The courage to walk away. If she cannot trust you, don't waste time trying to convince or change her perspective. Instead, choose to protect your self-respect and happiness by seeking a partner who shares your values and understands the importance of mutual trust. This isn't just a wise decision. It aligns with Stoic philosophy about living a purposeful life and avoiding situations that harm your emotional balance and well-being. Final thoughts. Remember, your happiness and self-respect are worth more than any lingering doubts or suspicions. A truly fulfilling relationship is one where you are trusted, loved, and respected, not one where you constantly have to prove your worth. You deserve peace. You deserve trust. Never settle for less. 7. I'm too good for you, a sign of arrogance and disrespect. When a woman repeatedly says, "I'm too good for you," it's a glaring sign of deep-seated disrespect and arrogance in the relationship. Such statements don't just chip away at your self-esteem, they also create an unhealthy power imbalance, leaving you feeling inferior and unworthy. The Stoic perspective on respect and self-worth. Stoic philosophy reminds us that mutual respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship. Self-worth should never be compromised for anyone. Inner value cannot be diminished by shallow remarks from others. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." This wisdom highlights the importance of maintaining your integrity and dignity when faced with disrespect. The harmful impact of belittling words. Hearing over and over that you're not good enough can lead to self-doubt, making you question your worth. Anxiety and insecurity, forcing you to constantly prove yourself. Emotional dependence, making you feel like you must work harder to earn approval. True happiness comes from within. Stoicism teaches that true happiness stems from recognizing your intrinsic value, not from seeking validation from others. Anyone who belittles you does not deserve a place in your life. The courage to walk away. Leaving a relationship where you are constantly undervalued isn't an act of revenge. It's an act of self-respect and courage. It shows that you value yourself enough to reject disrespect. Prioritize your mental health and inner peace. Respect yourself enough to step away from toxic environments. Stoicism encourages us to live a fulfilled life by maintaining clear self-awareness and protecting our personal dignity. Final thoughts. Peace of mind should always be a priority, and no relationship is worth sacrificing your self-respect. If someone constantly tells you they're too good for you, take it as a warning sign to reevaluate the relationship. Don't let their words overshadow your true worth. Apply Stoic wisdom to your life. Know when it's time to walk away in order to protect your emotional well-being and make space for a truly healthy relationship. One where you are respected and appreciated for who you are. 8. I still can't get over my ex. When the past blocks the present. When a woman says, "I still can't get over my ex," it's a major red flag signaling emotional unavailability and unresolved feelings. This confession reveals that she's still carrying emotional baggage from the past, baggage that can seriously hinder the growth and harmony of your current relationship. The Stoic perspective on letting go of the past. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living in the present and not being trapped by what has already passed. Seneca wisely said, "Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life." If she is still emotionally tied to her past, she cannot fully commit to the present with you. This lingering attachment doesn't just undermine trust, it also creates confusion and inevitable pain. Trying to build a relationship with someone stuck in the past is like building a house on shaky ground. Collapse is inevitable. Lessons from Stoicism. Stoicism teaches us to live fully in the present and let go of what no longer serves us. Value ourselves and refuse to stay in unclear or emotionally unhealthy relationships. Make wise decisions to protect our happiness and inner peace. Red flags in a partner stuck in the past. Someone who hasn't let go of their ex may constantly compare you to their past partner, struggle to show commitment to the relationship, make you feel like a temporary replacement rather than a meaningful choice. Seneca reminds us, nothing destroys happiness faster than clinging to the past. If she's unable to move on, you must evaluate whether this relationship is worth continuing. You deserve someone who is fully present and committed to you, not someone haunted by memories of a former partner. A toxic pattern to avoid. Imagine dating someone who continuously compares you to their ex. It quickly creates a toxic environment where the relationship cannot grow. This situation mirrors how unresolved wounds from the past can sabotage present happiness and block future potential. Protecting your peace. Stoicism teaches that living in the present is the key to peace of mind. Emotional well-being should be protected from external chaos. We must recognize when someone is emotionally unavailable and walk away if necessary. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." You can't control her past, but you can control your response to the situation. Important questions for reflection. How would you feel being compared to someone from her past? Can you truly find happiness in a relationship where you're seen as a replacement? Are you sacrificing your peace of mind by trying to build a future on shaky emotional ground? Encouraging healing while setting boundaries. It's compassionate to encourage her to find closure and heal from her past, but it's equally important to maintain your boundaries. Relationships with emotionally unavailable partners can quickly drain your energy and disturb your peace. Seneca advises, focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. If she's not ready to move on, you must have the courage to step away, not out of anger, but out of self-respect. Doing so allows her the space to heal and yourself the freedom to pursue a relationship that's emotionally healthy and fulfilling. Final thoughts. A healthy relationship cannot be built on unresolved emotions and lingering attachments. Stoicism reminds us that inner peace and self-respect are non-negotiable. Don't sacrifice your well-being to fix something that isn't ready to be repaired. If you find yourself in such a relationship, reflect deeply, make a wise decision, and act in the best interest of your long-term happiness. You deserve someone who is fully committed to the present and ready to build a future with you, not someone stuck in memories of the past. 9. You should be more like my friend's boyfriend when comparisons undermine self-worth. When a woman tells you that you should be more like someone else, especially when she compares you to her friend's boyfriend, it's a red flag signaling a lack of respect and appreciation for who you truly are. Such comparisons don't just create insecurity and resentment, they also chip away at your self-esteem, leaving you feeling like you're never good enough. In a healthy relationship, both partners should be valued and loved for their unique qualities, not measured against others. Stoicism and true worth. Stoicism teaches that true worth comes from within, and we shouldn't let others define or diminish that value. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When faced with comparisons, it's crucial to hold on to your dignity and not let external opinions shake your inner confidence. The damage of constant comparisons. Constant comparisons in a relationship can create tension and erode mutual respect, leave you trapped, trying to please your partner and meet unrealistic expectations. Strip away your sense of identity, turning the relationship into a burden rather than a source of peace and growth. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that we have the power to shape our thoughts and not let external judgments define our internal worth. Embracing self-acceptance and focusing on personal integrity allows you to maintain composure and self-respect in the face of unfair comparisons. Reevaluating the relationship. If comparisons are eroding your confidence and sense of self-worth, it might be time to reevaluate the relationship. You deserve to be loved for who you are, not for whether you measure up to someone else. Stoicism reminds us that self-respect and inner peace should never be compromised. A truly lasting relationship is one where you are respected and valued for your unique qualities, not because you resemble someone else's ideal. Stay true to yourself, not someone else's expectations. Stoicism reminds us that genuine happiness comes from living authentically, not from letting others impose expectations or mold us into versions they desire. Ask yourself, how can you grow and thrive if you're constantly being told to become someone else? Is it fair to sacrifice your identity and personal happiness to meet unrealistic standards? Continuous comparisons aren't a sign of love. They're a sign of disrespect and a failure to recognize your true value. They reveal that your partner doesn't fully appreciate you for who you are, but instead focuses on who they think you should be. This not only undermines your self-esteem, but also leaves you feeling perpetually inadequate. Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." The courage to walk away. Don't let the fear of loneliness keep you in a relationship that forces you to lose yourself and your happiness. True love doesn't come from comparisons or demands. It stems from acceptance and appreciation of each other as you are. A healthy relationship helps you grow and evolve without asking you to change your core identity. Leaving a toxic relationship doesn't mean giving up on love. It's an act of courage, one that allows you to find a relationship where you are respected and cherished for your true self. Focus on what you can control. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control, our actions, responses, and choices. While you can't control how others judge you, you can control whether you stay in situations that harm your self-esteem and mental health. You deserve a relationship built on respect, admiration, and unconditional love, not one filled with comparisons and unrealistic expectations. Never settle for less than what you truly deserve. 10. I can do better than you. A red flag for disrespect. When a woman tells you, "I can do better than you," it's more than just a hurtful remark. It's a glaring sign of disrespect and a failure to recognize your worth. Comments like this can erode your self-esteem, making you question your value and feel like you're not enough. Stoicism and inner strength. Stoicism, with its focus on resilience and inner strength, reminds us you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. This means that while you can't control what others say, you can control how you respond. When faced with belittling comments, it's essential to acknowledge that this behavior is toxic and damaging. Constant criticism that undermines your value is a clear indication of a relationship lacking mutual respect and appreciation, two fundamental pillars of any healthy partnership. Modern life often pressures us to stay in relationships that don't bring us true happiness, but Stoicism teaches us to prioritize our emotional and mental well-being above all else. Recognizing the warning signs. A healthy relationship should be a source of support, love, mutual respect. If your partner keeps implying that she deserves someone better, this is a red flag that shouldn't be ignored. Stoic self-respect urges you to recognize your value and never settle for less than you deserve. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Don't let the fear of being alone keep you in a relationship that makes you feel unworthy or inadequate. A true partner will celebrate your strengths and encourage your growth, not make you feel like you're falling short. Courage to walk away. Leaving a toxic relationship isn't giving up. It's a brave step toward protecting your dignity and emotional health. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control: our actions, thoughts, and responses. When you choose to walk away from an unhealthy relationship, you're affirming your self-worth and making room for a relationship built on genuine love and respect. This isn't just a lesson in love, but a guiding philosophy for life, one that fosters dignity, growth, and inner peace. Moving forward with strength. If you ever hear the words, "I can do better than you," take it as a signal to evaluate your relationship. Be brave enough to leave if necessary, knowing that your happiness and respect are worth more than any compromise. Stoicism reminds us not only to face challenges in love, but also to build a strong and purposeful life. You deserve a relationship where you are valued, respected, and supported, never one where you feel diminished or unappreciated. Stoicism teaches us that respect, balance, and mutual support are the foundations for building long-lasting happiness in relationships. This philosophy reminds us that personal happiness should never be sacrificed just to hold on to a toxic relationship. If you feel undervalued because of your income, past mistakes, or constantly find yourself changing to please someone else, it may be time to let go. Protecting your self-esteem and mental health isn't a sign of weakness. It's an act of strength that opens the door to healthier connections. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control, our self-worth, and the choices we make in our lives. Be willing to let go of relationships that cause pain or insecurity, and make space for people who will respect and love you for who you are. Building healthy relationships. A happy relationship isn't just about love, it also requires companionship, appreciation, acceptance. If someone makes you feel inadequate or forces you to change in order to be accepted, take time to reflect. Sometimes letting go is the first step toward finding balance and a more fulfilling life. It's not about giving up, it's about choosing growth, peace, and self-respect. Stoicism reminds us that real strength lies in prioritizing our well-being and creating space for relationships that truly honor our worth. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. Always remember, if someone continuously shows signs of disrespect or hurts you, it may be time to step away to protect your happiness and inner peace. You deserve to be treated with kindness and respect. Don't ignore red flags or make excuses for behavior that causes you to lose sight of your self-worth. Stoicism teaches us to set boundaries, respect ourselves, and make wise decisions to maintain balance in life. If you've experienced a similar situation, feel free to share your story in the comments. Your experience could be a guiding light for others facing the same struggles. Stay connected. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications for more lessons on Stoic thinking and living a meaningful life. Thank you for being here, and we look forward to sharing more insights with you.